All right, ladies and gentlemen, this next section we're going to talk about solving systems of equations by substitution. So let's get started. Here are your steps for solving systems by substitution. Now, you're going to pick an equation, solve for a variable. So you should have one variable on one side of your equation, everything else to the other side. And then you're going to plug what that variable equals into the other equation. Solve for the other variable, and then plug that solution into the original equation. Now, I know it's hard to conceptualize all this, so let's go ahead and do an example so you get an idea. So, you know, let me do a different color maybe. Alright, so it doesn't want to choose another color. So here we go. Pick an equation and solve for a variable. So here are my two equations. The first thing I typically look for I look for the numbers in front of my variables and see what I have. This one has nothing in front of it, so it's going to be the easiest to solve for just by subtracting 2x to both sides. So now I have y equals 9 minus 2x. Now, where else do I see a y other than here? Well, I have a y up here, right? So I'm going to take what my y equals, 9 minus 2x, and I'm going to plug it into that y using parentheses. So what does that give me? That gives me 3 times 9 minus 2x minus 2x equals 11. I distribute my 3 to both terms. 27 minus 6x minus 2x, that's a minus, equals 11. Now I combine my like terms. I subtract 27 over minus 27. I'm going to add these two like terms. That gives me negative 8x equals negative 16. Divide both sides by negative 8. And I get x equals 2. So I solved for what x equals. So now let me plug it back into one of my original equations. It has to be the original equation. So this one looks easier to plug it into. So this is the one I'm going to plug it into. I get y plus 2 times 2 equals 9. Y plus 4 equals 9. Subtract 4 from both sides. And y equals 5. I take my two terms now, and I have to check these to make sure I did my math right, and plug them into both equations. 2 times 5 minus 2 times 2 equals 11. I just got this equation right here directly from this equation up here. Same exact thing. That gives me 10 minus 4. Oops, it looks like I messed up. Oh, I did. This should be a 3. That's why I did mess up. 3, which gives me 15. That makes more sense. 15 minus 4 equals 11. Does that make sense? Does that work? Yes, check. And then do your other one. Y plus 2x equals 9. So I have 5 plus 2 times 2 is supposed to equal 9. That gives me 5 plus 4. That equals 9. Check. You can see your work check here. It's not a whole lot of math, so you should be able to check every single answer you get, and it is a requirement. So 2 lines really is all you need. They check. All right, go on to the next one. Oops, let me go back actually to that. So my final answer would be x equals 2, y equals 5. Now we're ready. All right, let's do another example. Again, just by coincidence, I'm going to go ahead and actually solve for this one, so that way I don't have to distribute when I plug in here. So, oops, if I come here, that gives me plus 3x to both sides. So I get y equals 3x plus 5. And I take this right here, plug it in for my y here, so I get 3x plus 5 plus x, oops, equals 3. Combine my like terms, giving me 4x, subtract 5 over, 4x equals -2, divide by 4 on both sides, so x equals -1/2. Alright, so now I got to plug that back in and see what my other one has. So I have y plus, well, I guess scratch that. We're going to do y minus 1/2 because it's a negative, equals 3. Now, in order to do this, that's basically to get 3 plus 1/2 is the same thing as saying 6/2 plus 1/2 equals 7/2. So you get y equals 7/2. And then check it again. 7/2 minus 3 times -1/2 should equal 5. That gives me 7/2 plus 3/2 equals 5, which gives me 10/2 equals 5, and that checks. And then we have to check in our second equation, x plus y, or sorry, y plus x. Come on, stop freezing. There we go. So let's see, my y was 7/2 plus a -1/2 is supposed to equal 3. 7 minus 1 will give me 6/2. That does equal 3, so check. That is correct, and so my answer is x equals -1/2, y equals 7/2. It's very likely and most probable that you'll actually get a lot of fractions on this when solving. Deal with it. Fractions are just a number, just like anything else. If you need help with your fractions, I'm always here for tutorials in the morning. And then it says your turn. I'm going to go ahead and do one more of these just so you get the hint. Now, this one, we notice that y is already solved for in terms of x. And so we're just going to plug that right in. So I have x plus 2 times x minus 4 equals 1. X plus 2x minus 8, don't forget to distribute to both terms, equals 1, plus 8, plus 8, 3x equals 9, so x equals 3. And if I plug it into my first one here, I get y equals 3 minus 4, which is -1. So I got y equals -1. That's -1. There we go. Sorry. Alright, and then we got to plug and check. So -1 equals 3 minus 4. Check. And then 3 plus 2 times -1 should equal 1. That would be 3 minus 2. Check. That works. Alright, so that is solving systems of equations by the substitution method. You solve for one variable, get everything else on the other side, plug that in for the variable that you solve for, and repeat with the other variable. Thank you, have a good day, and look for 2.1.3, solving systems of equations by elimination. That's your next video to watch. Thank you, have a good day.